all this mix, it's very important. One thing that I personally try to do is, as you said, we are told to go through a process on everything, and that makes sense at some point, but also breaks us our creativity sometimes. And that's a struggle we have every day, and we try to put the output, it's the important thing. So put the process, giving value to the output. Don't compromise the output because of the process. So, which means that you have to know the process, but you have to know how to skip sometimes, how to change the process, do it in a different way. Otherwise, you will be having the same very similar output. And this is something that we try every day to talk internally with the team, because it's much more comfortable if you have a pipeline, a specific pipeline of tasks, and you follow this, and in the end you deliver. But it's not the kind of work that we do. It's not an industry. It's a creative work that also has all the creative work has a lot of effort on it. It's not something that you think this morning and it's done. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of teamwork also. But I would say that it's this. So knowing the processes, knowing has as much as culture or world, knowing as much of the world as you can, and then having the capability of mixing everything, and sometimes do outside of the scope a little bit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I love about your work and our conversations, is because I think people look at generalists as a negative thing, but Leonardo da Vinci was a generalist. I was at the Da Vinci Museum this time last year, and here you learn that Leonardo changed biology because there were two schools of thought, and he understood hydrodynamics. So he had worked with water and figuring out how to move the water up into the olive trees and such, and as an engineer. But he also was a great illustrator and was interested in the human body and anatomy. And so he looked at, I don't remember what the problem was, but there was something with digestion and we didn't quite understand it yet. And he saw that we have a complicated bowel system because we're vertical. And it must be inefficient for the water and stuff to leave the system, because it must be retained within our body long enough for us to pull the nutrients from it. And when you're on four limbs, like a dog or a horse, that the bowels are less complicated than a vertical being, because gravity is not forcing it out to the other side, right? And that a snake or worm has the most simplified bowels because the gravity is almost nothing. It's there on the ground. And so it has a very simplified system. And so it was actually his understanding of hydrodynamics and engineering that helped him look at the biology. And he's such a good illustrator that he could communicate all of these things together. And he was part of the reason that they formalized the direction that we now understand the biology of our digestive systems, right? I mean, that's a generalist. People say, well, that's a genius. Well, but he's also just not narrow. It's because he's able to see all of these things together, right? And connect them.
Yeah, and there's another thing that is related with our process, and we name it as a process so it looks like it's something very strict and rigid. It has we need to have some way to do it, but the main thing is in the beginning, there are no bad ideas. There are no stupid questions. It's not, why should we do this? Why not? Why not? We can try, we can test it, we can think about this. Because this is a way to spread our vision, to spread our sights, to look at other things. And this is part of the process. It's part of the process to research. Sometimes our clients in this design process don't understand at the beginning when we spend time doing some research, and it's not a scientific research, it's design research. Look outside, look at analogous markets, look at buildings to create a guitar, look at guitars to create a building. Why not? Because we have strings and we have bodies and many things there that can inspire us. And you can look at something in our body and question, why does it happen? Because of this pipe is related. We are all machines, we are all things. It's a human body. I used to say that for me, sometimes we get some medical doctors there visiting us, and we show some samples that we have there from 3D printing, a bone 3D printing, for instance. And we show them as, for us, this is a piece. It's something that, if it's the bone or a structural part of a guitar, for us, the same thing. We face things as they are. We don't put a lot of religiosity in things. So we do a plane or we do a guitar. We were designing guitars a long time ago, and a guy entered in our office asking us to create a plane. Let's do it. Yes. It's not, oh my God, we have to certify it and we have to think a lot of things. And no, accept it. Okay, we don't know everything in the world. We have to be wise to understand what can we do and what we offer and deliver. But the challenge has to be accepted, and the exploration has to be accepted, and we have to do it, and we have to question, why not? Let's test it, let's try it. Again, we are not fans of that saying that we should fail fast. I think that even in startups business, we talk a lot about fail fast. You should fail fast. No. Because if we democratize failure, then you start failing too fast and without the right amount of effort. Yeah. You're not, probably in the process, you're not failing. You're just improving. Right. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's part of the process. You have to learn with that. Okay, there's a mistake. There's something wrong here. Okay, let's understand. Why does it happen? Why did it happen? Let's try to understand.
Maybe we should call it learn fast.
Learn fast. Yeah, it's not fail fast.
Right?
We're reaching something.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and listening. You can find more episodes wherever you listen to your podcasts. And a special thanks to those who support us on Patreon. It's your support that enables us to do this work.